Good morning, children. Class 10, I welcome you to the English literature class. It is page 132. We left where Bassanio, Portia, Gratiano, Nerissa are very happy. They've decided to get married. And at that time, Salerio, I hope you haven't forgotten Salerio, he comes in with a letter for Bassanio. Gives Bassanio a letter, page 132, line 234. Bassanio, ere I open this letter, before I open this letter, I pray you, tell me how my good friend doth. He is so preoccupied with thoughts of Portia that this is the first time he thinks of his friend Antonio, who had signed a bond so that he could come to Belmont. The bond, I hope you remember, he borrowed money from Shylock. It was 3,000 ducats for 3 months. And if the money is not returned within 3 months, Shylock can cut a pound of his flesh, Antonio's flesh. Salerio, not sick, my lord, unless it be in his mind, nor well unless in mind. He is physically well, but he is very disturbed, very worried. Antonio is very worried. His letter there will show you his state. His letter will tell you how worried he is, and he will tell you about his financial positions. Bassanio reads the letter. Gratiano, Nerissa, cheer yon stranger. Stranger is Nerissa. Bid her welcome. Stranger, is Jessica. Bid her welcome. Your hand, Salerio. What is the news from Venice? How doth that royal merchant good Antonio? I know he will be glad of our success. Antonio will be very happy because we are the Jasons, we have won the fleece. We refers to Gratiano and Bassanio, and they are the Jasons because they have won Portia and Nerissa. Now Jason, we came across Jason in Act 1. Jason in Greek mythology was a hero who killed the dragon and took the fleece from the oak tree. Here they are the Jasons who have won the Portia and Nerissa respectively. Salerio, I would you had won the fleece that he had lost. But Antonio has lost the fleece. Antonio has lost his ships, lost his money. Portia commenting on Bassanio as he is reading the letter. There are some shrewd contents in yon same paper, some very unpleasant news in that letter that steals the color from Bassanio's cheek. He is looking worried. He has become very pale. Some dear friend dead. The news might be the death of a friend because Bassanio is so worried after reading the letter. Else nothing in the world could turn so much the constitution of any constant man. Bassanio is very strong, he has strength of character, he has powers of endurance, but it must be very sad news which had made him look so worried and disturbed. What worse and worse? Bassanio is becoming paler and paler. He is becoming more worried and more disturbed. With leave, Bassanio, with leave means with your permission. I am half yours. I am engaged to you. I have decided to marry you. So I am already half yours. So you should share everything with me. Bassanio, I am half yours. And I must freely have the half of anything that this paper brings you. I have the right to know the news that is in this letter. Bassanio, oh sweet Portia, here are few of the unpleasantest words, very sad words that ever blotted paper, that was ever written on paper. Gentle lady, when I did first impart my love to you, when I told you about my love for you, I freely told you that all the wealth I had ran in my veins. I had no money. I had no wealth at all. I was a gentleman. That was true what I told you. And then I told you true. And yet, dear lady, rating myself at nothing. I don't possess anything. I have no wealth, no money. You shall see how much I was a braggart, how much a boaster I was. When I told you my state was nothing, my financial condition was nothing, means I don't have any finance, any wealth at all, any money at all. I should have told you that I was worse than nothing. It is something worse than nothing. For indeed, I have engaged myself to a dear friend, engaged my friend to his mere enemy. I came here at the risk of sacrificing the life of my dear friend Antonio to his enemy Shylock. You all know about the bond. In order to feed my means, in order to satisfy my desires, my wish to come here. Here is the letter, lady. The paper as the body of my friend. The paper is, you can consider it as the body of my friend, and every word in it is a gaping wound issuing lifeblood. Each word in the letter is like a wound on the body of Antonio from which the blood is coming out. But is it true, Salerio? Hath all his ventures failed, all the business ventures, all the ships going to different parts of the world, has not one ship come back safe? What, not one hit? Has not one ship returned safely from Tripolis, from Mexico and England, from Lisbon, Barbary and India, and not one vessel escaped the dreadful touch of merchant marring rocks. Merchant marring rocks, only Shakespeare can write such words like that. Marring means destroying. It is not, the rocks don't destroy the merchant, but the rocks destroy the ships of the merchant. Not one, my lord, Salerio says. Besides, it should appear that if he had the present money to discharge the Jew, if he had money to give to Shylock, Shylock would not take it. He would not take it. Never did I know a creature that did bear the shape of man, so keen and greedy to confound a man. Never have I seen such a man having a human shape, so eager to destroy another man. So keen and greedy, to confound means to destroy. So Shylock wants to destroy Antonio. He wants the life of Antonio. He plies the Duke at morning and at night, and doth impeach the freedom of the state. He is complaining all day and all night to the Duke in order to grant him the penalty of the bond. And the penalty of the bond is a pound of Antonio's flesh. He says that there will be no justice system in Venice if the Duke does not grant this request for him, and doth impeach the freedom of the state if they deny him justice, if they don't allow him to take the penalty of the bond, the forfeit of the bond. 20 merchants, the Duke himself, and the magnificos of greatest port. 20 merchants, very important people, very wealthy people of highest rank, have all persuaded with him, have all argued with Shylock, telling him to give up the forfeit. But none can drive him from the envious plea. Nobody can change his mind. He has decided that he wanted the pound of Antonio's flesh, a forfeiture of justice and his bond. He claims, his claim is only for the bond. Even if 20 times the amount is now given to him, Shylock will not accept it. Jessica says, Jessica is his daughter, when I was with him, I have heard him swear to Tubal and to Chus, his countrymen, that he would rather have Antonio's flesh than 20 times the value of the sum. So he will determine to have the bond, the forfeit or penalty of the bond. He will not accept any money now, even if it is a big amount of money. And I know, my lord, if law, authority and power deny not, if law, the power of the Duke, the influence of the Duke, the laws of Venice, will not save Antonio, it will go hard with poor Antonio. It will be very difficult for Antonio to escape from the clutches of Shylock. Is it your dear friend that is thus in trouble? Bassanio says, the dearest friend to me, the kindest man, the best conditioned, very good person, always doing good to others, an unwearied spirit in doing courtesies.